All right. I'm about 10 minutes behind schedule. Had to have coffee and a sandwich. It is really hot outside where we live. Chris just got in for doing some evening chores and was like, nope, I'm saving the rest of that for later. She's back here in the air conditioning. Tonight, I am leveling my Tauren Paladin a little bit more, which I haven't worked on in a couple months. This is the character I was doing on Saturday and Sunday mornings. And I just had him sitting there. I got him to level 40 so that I could start the unlocks for all the racials on the Horde side. I've only done one, the High Mountains. And I was looking at the other day, I was like, you know what, while we've got this lull in between now and Panda Remix, I'm going to go ahead and get a Horde character up to 70 just so I have one at cap. Because it'll be nice to have one ready to go before the War Within. That way I can see both sides of the equation when it comes to my playthrough. Assuming, I don't know if they're both going to have the same storyline through the same areas or if it's going to be slightly different for Alliance versus Horde. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. I'm going to be joined tonight by some people. I think the way this is going to work is essentially this isn't going to be a static group per se, but I let people know that I was going to be doing this on Monday nights, and I think there's going to be like a rotating cast of people just as people are available on Monday nights. They might hop on with their Horde tunes. I know I've got Leart and I think Riant, but I'm not sure what character they're on. It's got to be Naya. And I'll go get in voice chat here in just a second. And we'll go from there. I need to get my controller turned on. And it's on the Xbox right now. Alright, should be good to go. Yep. Alright, so controller's there if I want it, but I am going to play with mouse and keyboard for a few minutes. Alright, let's go get in voice chat. Well, we don't have to do voice chat tonight, but I am going to hop in for a bit. Okay, let's see here. Oh, you guys are here. Never mind. I think this is it. I don't think anybody else had said they were coming tonight. Let's see here. Oh, I can actually do time walking with this character. Have you guys done the time walking, I'm assuming, already?
I've been running them just for levels.
Okay. Well, I didn't know I could pick him with this character, so let's do it. That was quick. Holy crap. I guess probably because everybody's doing time walking right now.
Thrallhall, for the Horde. Go forth to victory. Be safe. I'm out of range.
I gotta say, this DPS Paladin feels so good. It feels really, really, really good. I spent all my points. Yeah, we're good.
Attack that target.
What's up, Egna? It is so satisfying to see them melt like this. And I love the wings on the... It just looks so cool. My turn.
I don't have the target.
Anger. These are tools I can stay away from.
Nasty charms.
Target.
Vermin. Leeches.
Forgot you couldn't do talents in combat.
Attack that target.
I'm gonna spend a point real quick. Or not. Wonder why. It has a really cool purple bubble shield that that person has.
You mustn't let him lose! What is this? What have you done? You'll ruin everything! Closer. Come closer. And burn!
I almost forgot all about that. Ooh, quest starter. Oh, that's for the...
Leeches, take my blood and choke on it.
Are all these turn-ins back at the entrance, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll leave dungeon, come back
This-
in real quick. Or is there a quick way back to the entrance from here? I don't remember. Isn't there like a drop-off?
Yeah, there
There's a
is.
speed boost.
It's been forever and a day. Oh my god. Fast! Ah, perfect. That's a badass shield, by the way. It's like a giant slab of metal, like cross.
Strength.
It's difficult to find tribal shields that don't look like they're made out of just wood and
Right.
wouldn't be effective.
It looks really cool. I've been very pleased with the way the stuff fits with the Taurens.
Be safe. Go forth to victory.
Alright. good. I'm going to leave instance group. And we shall do another. Oh, I need to spend my points. Hang on. Before I forget. The dungeons go good so far, Agna. Thanks. What's up, Jackie? 2 seconds here. It's also Jim, Andrew. All right.
Arcanon Poros. Good health, long life. Remain vigilant.
Good to go. There's some epic choir music going on there.
Need a target.
Totally forgot to open my box of goodies earlier.
Collapse. Collapse. Collapse.
I remember the first time I came here with Maduros was when Classic Burning Crusade was going, and I pulled in here for the first time with my death. I totally wiped here like 2 or 3 times, learning how to pull this place. God, the dings come fast.
Don't look so smug. I know what you're thinking, but Tempest Keep was merely a setback. Did you honestly believe I would trust the future to some blind, half-night elf mongrel? Oh, no. He was merely an instrument, a stepping stone to a much larger plan. It has all led to this. And this time, you will not interfere.
Vengeance burns!
I'll turn your world upside down.
I don't have it. I need a target. I don't have it.
My demise accomplishes nothing. The Master will have you.
It does have a lot of blah blah blah.
In your own blood. The world shall burn.
Okay. Congrats on the ding. Spinning some points again. Oh, hang on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I forgot we got. I got to do a couple of turn-ins here. Forgot all about that.
Chronokai Christo. Remember the lessons of the past. Dionysaka.
I think we missed one on lower levels.
Yeah, I've got a couple of quests here. I don't know this place at all. I haven't been in here in a long
What do
time.
you still need?
We are in Magister's Terrace, right? Exarch, Larathar inside the back. Find Tirith, a Blood Elf spy.
Oh, I think you find him and he's dead. He's
Eh?
either dead or dying. It's in the boss room where we fought that void-looking guy. He's an easy one to miss because I think he's just laying dead in the corner of the room and everybody just runs past him.
It's like, sucks to be you, buddy. And like nobody pays attention. Just off in the corner. That's awesome.
Because I don't think anything draws attention to him unless you know he's there. If it's the quest I'm thinking it is.
It's a cool statue on the wall with this lit up crystals and everything.
Yeah, is that him up there you need?
Oh, it totally is. Yeah,
Oh, he's
yeah.
not dead, I get. Well, I mean, he has health. I don't know if he's...
I guess in the chaos of blowing through here, I didn't even see that. Yeah.
Yeah, normally... Well, nowadays, everything's all sparkly and you've got marks on your map and stuff, but...
Use the orb. So this statue relief on the wall when you come up here into the archway is, I think, it just looks really cool with the 3 glowing balls of green.
That's Kael'thas. When he was the leader of the Blood Elves. Before he went all crazy.
Okay. Okay, ready for turn-in. Wow, Caligra's looks a lot different here.
There is no time to waste. Kil'jaeden must be destroyed.
Alright, well, that would have been great to have beforehand.
Yep.
Alright, I'll decline that.
Fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Hashtag oops.
Unless we turn around and get this dungeon again.
That's true.
Kil'jaeden
That
must
is
be
true.
destroyed. The fate
Grab
of
it
the
just in
world
case.
hangs in the balance.
Nope. Well, we're not going fast enough for the evoker.
That is some funny shit right there. Just gonna head on over here and grab all these.
I was even pulling faster than I normally would just to try to appease the randoms, but apparently it's not good enough for him.
I don't have a target.
I do gotta say though, I think the DPS Paladin is way more fun than I thought it was gonna be.
Stun incoming.
Oh. That is a hideous looking new sword, but it's also a new sword. Yeah, I think for people who play PvP for sure. I don't PvP, so yeah.
I'm just gonna be stunned for half the dungeon. Don't mind me. Yeah, I've been pretty happy with the Mog I have for this character. I gotta change the sword back though, because this sword is hideous. The cool thing is the black version of the cloaks that I love are coming in a few days to the trader post. I can't wait. Because he will 100% be changing his cloak when that goes into place.
What is this? You must forgive me, but I was not expecting company. You seem somewhat preoccupied by fascinating thing to show you.
Collapse.
The evoker couldn't wait to get out of the group with us.
He was on a mission. That's...
Maybe he shouldn't have waited till Monday to do his time walking.
You want your B mount, Korvac?
At least we're getting something different each time.
Yeah.
I am honored.
I am honored.
Yeah, we're queuing pretty quick because we've got a tank and a heal. So really, it's just picking up a couple of DPS, we're good to go. How many keybinds can you have playing on your controller? I don't use the mod. I don't use the add-on. I'm just doing the base controller support that comes out with the game. Hang on, I gotta move up a little bit. I'm using push to mute, so this will be answered sporadically. All right. Let's see here. I gotta think. Let me do some math in my head. Pretty sure it's like 36. No, it's more than that. I don't know. I would have to sit down and do the math on that. It's a bunch. Because you get your entire suite. So it's LT, RT, your 4 buttons plus your D-pad. So that's 4, 8, 9, 10. 10, you get 10 base ones, then LB and all of those, then RB and all of those, plus there's other stuff. So there's like 30, I think there's 30 plus. It's a bunch. Here, I'll switch over here in a second, and you'll see, because right now I'm standing up because I'm on the keyboard for a minute. I'm going to switch over to my controller here in a second. Watch the keybinds, and you'll see what I mean, because I've got a bunch of LB, RBs, and other stuff. So watch this. So you can kind of take a peek at that, and that gives you an idea, because you can do 3 tiers of things. Oh, plus there's the LB-RT, LB-RB, LB-RB, no, LB-LT. There's a whole bunch of combos, too. Exactly, Korvac. It's a lot like, I mean, you do have to do some manual setting up, whereas Final Fantasy XIV, it's ready out of the box, you know? And here you do have to set up all your own hotkeys, but once you set up your hotkeys, it works great. If you don't want to set up your hotkeys, you can use the add-on, which I think it's called Console Support Add-on or something, and that does everything automatically for you in a different way, but I like to set things up myself, so it took me, I've got a video on it somewhere on the channel. It's like the beginner's guide to setting up a controller with World of Warcraft, and it walks you through how I did mine. It took, you know, an hour to set it all up, but since then I use the same key mapping for every character I play, so it's just the same rotation everywhere. Doesn't matter what class I'm on. Sorry guys, I was answering some YouTube stuff there, so I was lagging a bit behind. I wasn't pressing
Not a
buttons.
problem.
I wasn't pressing buttons.
You're just lucky that Evoker wasn't here.
He would have been like, vote to kick, vote to kick.
Yeah.
Carrying this damn paladin. Also seamless. I'm right back at the keyboard now. Like, I love it. That's why I like the out-of-the-box support.
Did the fish eat the other paladin? assuming he fell in the water and got eaten by the fish.
Yeah, he went right over the edge.
Now we got the hunter going for it.
He wants that Huntard award tonight.
Oh, they at least apologized.
I would be horrified too if I saw these in real life. My character runs away. Never thought you'd be looking at eye level 467. Congratulations. I think my druid's at 465, I think.
Run out.
All right. Quest turn-ins. All right, I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Just gonna leave this instance group.
Oh, our first repeat.
Yay!
How long do you believe your pathetic sorcery can hold me?
Forever! Down with your evil sorcery.
I don't have a target.
I almost ran in there. Almost. I just realized that that turtle has a fiery shell. That is a cool looking pet.
I was just gonna say, I just realized the mammoth's name was Bill.
Ha 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 ha! Little fiery mammoth looking thing. That turtle is really awesome. I don't know how I didn't see that until just now.
You mustn't let him loose! He'll kill us all! What is this? What have you done? You'll ruin everything! Believe your pathetic closer. Come closer. And burn!
Spending some points real quick. All right, I'll probably do one more. That'll probably be it for me.
Okay.
Let's see here. Just double checking a couple things. All right, points are spent. I can't believe how much we've gone because I'm already like what, level 50 something, 58. Like that just went fast.
Yeah, I started at 62 and I'm 66 now.
Really? That's good to know. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
going to go that fast to the 60s as well. Cool.
Yeah, the Burning Crusade dungeons are the quickest by far.
Okay. Good to know. Well, then I'll try to hustle. These go away on Tuesday, though, don't they?
Yeah.
Tomorrow? Yeah. Well, we'll see what's next.
Wrath time walking starts on the 14th, though.
Ooh.
Of course, that's when the remix
Yeah,
starts
I
that
won't.
week.
Yeah, I won't be able to do that because I'll be going all in on the remix.
Yeah.
Gots to get my Nomi Ice Mage. Gotta freeze everything. I was drooling over the Frostfire hero talent stuff today on the War Within boards. There's some really cool stuff. I can't decide what I want to do with my Beastmaster, but probably just straight up. But the Druid's going to be the hardest because there's like all these different ways you could go. It's really cool. I'm really happy with the theory of the hero talents anyway. Then I get in and I'm going to be stressed about where I need to put my points. But I want to do...
The helm on this other Tauren in here looks like a big old crown on her head.
Oh, it totally does. Like that Burger King crown.
No pun intended.
Do not resist.
Ooh. Let's go back. The angle of the Tauren heads too makes it look like his crown is on like a wonky angle. Like he's got like a cockeyed, like.
Listen, it was a rough night before we stopped at the Burger King, okay?
It had to have been, yeah. Didn't have time to change, guys. I just woke up off the bench and came here.
Realized it's Monday, I gotta get my time walking done. It's over tomorrow.
Congrats. Korvac just said in chat, he's like, Tauren at the Burger King equals awkward.
That's fair. Well, they got that meatless burger.
That is true.
Don't they?
That is true. It's the vegan option, so he could be there for the vegan burger. The soy burger, the plant burger.
Oh boy. Okay. That wasn't quite as bad as what I was expecting.
We're gonna have the whole room over for dinner.
I'm glad that they don't pack this amount of stuns and silences and fears into one dungeon these days.
Right. I think the lock stuns or the stun locks are the worst.
You must forgive me. I was not expecting company. As you can see, someone is up to fight right now. But no matter, as I am the strange close.
Where's that silence? Cool. What was that achievement for? Looking for more? Use the dungeon finder to finish random heroic dungeons till you've grouped with 10 random players total. That's kind of groovy. Nice little bonus achievement. How many levels did you end up with?
I went from 62 to 66 and a half.
Okay. I went from barely into 50, and I'm literally a smidge of purple away from... Are there any mobs left up in here? Probably not. I think we killed everything.
I think so, because I didn't clear a couple of the sides on these rooms back here.
Yeah, out of curiosity, if we can kill one group just so I can see if that budges the bar, because I'm a smidge away from 60, but I got like 9 plus levels. You got, what'd you say, 4.5 or 6.5?
4.5.
4.5, okay.
Yeah, I got like 15 levels.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome. I did not realize dungeon leveling was so fast. Someone actually asked in chat, how long does it roughly take to go from 1 to 70 with dungeons and questing? I've never done it just dungeons. That's a really good question. But by comparison, we've been playing for an hour and a half. Leart got 15 levels. And that's obviously it scales. Because he was the lowest. I got 9, essentially 10. And then the guy I got 4.5. That's pretty good, either way, no matter how you look at it. Because I don't know that you can get 4.5 levels questing at level 60 plus.
Time walking is exceptional experience, though, too.
That's true. That is true. Because until I hit 61, I think, is when it kicks you out. That's a very fair comment. It's going to take way too many to kill to get the last bit, so I'll just get that at another point in time. So I essentially got 10 levels, a smidge shy. But still, that was way more than I thought. I thought I was only getting like maybe 3 or 4 levels tonight, so that's impressive. Huh. Well, thank you, too. I appreciate you for coming and hanging out.
Sure.
Did you just turn into a rat?
No.
No, it looked like my camera was panned out so far. Totally, dude, if you pan your camera out, it looks like a little mouse snout and ears. And then you go in and it's like, oh, it's like a dragon. Something. Are you a Vulpera, whatever they're called underneath that?
Yeah.
That's why. Okay. I was like, there was definitely something rodent-y. They're such a cool looking class though, or race. That was awesome. All right, thanks you two. I'll definitely be back next Monday to do some more. I don't know that I'll play him before then, but I'm gonna try to get this guy to 70 before the remix happens. So it sounds like I should be able to do that, just doing dungeons on Monday nights. Cool. Well, I'll catch you guys later.
See ya.
Have a good evening.
See ya.
Thank you. Awesome. So that was kind of oh yeah, the Vile and Shatrath. I completely forgot about that. Thank you for telling me that. I can totally go do that now. So where am I bound? Great Seal. That's good enough. That went way faster than I thought, and it brought something up in the conversation of playing tonight, which is one of the things I love about modern World of Warcraft is they offer players so many different ways to level up their characters. Like, and it's going to be more when the War Within comes, because then you're going to have, not only do we now have follower dungeons, but you're also going to have the default leveling experience is going to be Dragonflight with follower dungeons, with rolling right in from there into delves. So doing what I did tonight, either with friends or family or on your own, but just having lots and lots and lots of different options to go. And that was a lot, like I said, a lot faster than I thought it was going to be initially. Because I just planned on hopping on and getting a few levels tonight. And so, but like she was saying, you know, the fact that we have time walking on right now is part of that. Because you go really, really fast in time walking. I need to go back to Ogrimmar. And then go from there. So providing players with options, because a lot of people will just go quest, and you could do quest if you want, and I did quests with this guy earlier on. I actually have a quest I need to work on, which is going to be the heritage armor. I picked that up yesterday. So it's going to be I'll probably do that independent of the Monday nights. All right, bring this. Where is Shatrath in here? I have no idea. Valdraken, Silver Moon, Azuna, Zuldazar, Jade Forest, Crystal Song. So there must be another chamber in here somewhere. I don't know. I don't know Ogrimmar that well. So let's see if this is right. Winter Spear, Caverns of Time, Shatrath. Because that quest will totally dig me. So having done 10 levels in an hour and a half, that's, you know, that's pretty cool. You know, if you're a first timer, I don't know, unless you want to be rushing that fast. But for someone like me who's doing, this for the first time, that's totally. Seriously, sorry. If you're doing it for the first time, it's quick, but if you're doing it for the umpteenth time is what I meant to say, like I am with this character, it's good to go fast.
Farewell. Be careful.
I hope you enjoyed your time living in the past. We need you back in the present.
Okay, so they're going to pull me out of... Nice. That's going to pull me out of time walking. So, 10 levels in a night, in a way that I hadn't done it before. Really cool. And I'm happy that they provide so many options to so many different people. It was nice to jump on and just do dungeons. Like, rather than do quests for a change, let's just do the dungeons and call it good. You know, while I'm standing here, though, before we wrap up, I need to, I'm going to steal this guy's transmog. Come here! Ah. Everything is right in the world now that I look normal again. Alright, I actually want to go back to Ogrimmar here. Where's my notebook at? What's up? By the way, I missed it in all the chaos of the dungeon 42 minutes ago, 12TDL3. Thanks for your subscription on Prime. I apologize for not recognizing that when it happened. I don't have audio cues on right now, and in the middle of the dungeon and doing everything else, I didn't see the update until I had a chance to stop the dungeon, so I appreciate that. Korvac says, I love my Mog Yak. Yeah, somebody had sent me...
Heroes of the Horde, the Dragon Isles have awakened and beckon the Dragonflights home. Meet me in Orgrimmar, where I am about to present the Aspect's invitation to the Horde Council.
Okay. Somebody had sent me the money for the Mog, I think, through the guild bank, but I just left it in the guild bank because I felt guilty about spending. Spending 120,000 credits just... I shiver because I still only have, I think the most I've ever had is like 50,000 in my 6.5 months of playing or however long it's been. Oh no, this is not where I'm supposed to be. He's way farther back. Ooh, I collected aura. I already had it. Gotcha. Okay. In a few days,
It's good fortune
I
seeing
saw a
you.
preview on Twitter
Seems
today
the
of the
spirit sent you my way.
of the stuff that's coming on the 1st. And these cloaks that I love so much that I wear on all of my other characters are coming in the black. And I'm going to be totally switching that over for this guy because he wears dark colors, including the guild tabard. It's going to be good.
Goodbye now.
Partying like it's 2006 is greasy. Alright, let's see here. I need to sell. Do any of you sell? Guild vendor.
Speak, friend.
I'm not gonna worry about all these gems.
Strength.
Alright. We got a repair mount over here. Capia says, someone new to WoW was wondering if you think a guild is worth joining. No.
How you doing,
Not unless you've got time to, you know,
Good to meet
dedicate
ya.
to what goes along with being in a guild. So the caveat to that would be, hang on, let me sit down. I want to give that a better response. I want to sit down so I'm not sidetracked and actually focus on answering that question because that'll be something I can pull out later. So Capley asks on Renfail, excuse me, God, I'm on Renfail. I'm reading my own chat. Herpy derpy. What's the timestamp here? 146. Let me rewind that. So for those of you who are watching the multi-stream, if you're over on Twitch, Capley asked on YouTube says, I'm still somewhat new to World of Warcraft and was wondering if you think a guild is worth joining or not. Love the videos. Thank you very much for that. Do you need to join a guild? I would argue that if you play World of Warcraft like a single player RPG, which honestly I would be doing if I wasn't doing this for a business, so that's going to be a context that is a little different, which I can explain here. So let me strip myself out of that equation for the moment. If I was playing this game just for fun, I play Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars: Old Republic, Elder Scrolls Online. These are games that are Fallout 76 is another example. These are games that have online elements, but I play them as single-player RPGs. I do not feel compelled to go out and find guilds to join to do things in those games because they are very much there to be played however people want to play them. Gulfstream just said something in guild chat, which I'm going to address in a minute, because that would be the one reason I would suggest that you join. So if you just want to have a single player RPG experience, you do not need to join a guild. And there is nothing wrong with that. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because especially in the case of World of Warcraft, Star Wars: Old Republic, so on and so forth, these games are designed so that you can be a lone wolf, play your single player RPG, and use the matchmaking system, which allows you to be instantly queued with other people to do dungeons, which is what we used tonight. We were grouping up, the three of us were using that system to group up with total strangers to run dungeons. Um, you can do all of that as a single player, solo player. You don't need anybody to help you. You don't need a group with anybody else. The entire, especially with World of Warcraft, all the way up through the looking for raid. So here, let's walk through this really quick. So I think I can't remember if it's level 10 or level 20 is when you get access to this when you start playing as a new player. I really can't remember. But once you get it, you can go to the dungeon finder, and your experience leveling up is, if you're going through for the first time, it'll be Battle for Azeroth. So you'll be doing Battle for Azeroth stuff and Battle for Azeroth dungeons. But then when you get to max level, you get access to the raid finder. And it's the same thing. There is a looking for raid matchmaking system built into this game, which allows you to go do the raids on the easiest mode possible with other people, and be able to complete the story of the game, of each expansion, 100% on your own as a single player. Now, obviously, it's keyed more towards Dragonflight right now because that's the current cap expansion, and everything that's being done right now is the groundwork that's being laid for the War Within. So once the War Within comes this fall, there's going to be even more accessibility for single players, for solo players who are playing this game by themselves or with a couple of friends, because they're adding delves to the mix, and we already got follower dungeons for Dragonflight a few months back, and those are going to be the new standard because Dragonflight becomes the new leveling experience once the War Within hits. I've said all of that to say this. If you want to play World of Warcraft as a single player RPG, do it. It's a fucking great game. You're going to get a cinematic narrative experience, lots of cutscenes, lots of fun, and with the War Within coming, you've got war bands, so you can create tons of alts. They share faction, they share all these different things, they share the crafting resources. It's going to be a great time. Now, if, as Gulfstream says, I joined the guild for the social aspect, some people want a social aspect to the MMORPGs they play. So, we have guild chat, which isn't as active. It just depends on the day because we also have a Discord channel. And the Discord community is where I would say 85% of the chatter happens with our community, because we're not playing just World of Warcraft. We have World of Warcraft as the primary chapter, and that's about 85% of what we do. And then we have Enshrouded on Saturdays. We're going to be doing Dune Awakening together. We've got an EverQuest 2 TLE group that Kel is leading. It's going to be an official chapter that's spinning up in June. We've already got people chattering about that in Discord. So if you're someone who craves a social aspect and you want to game with other people who share the same passions as you and have a community, then that's why you join a guild. But that's when you get into the onus of finding a good guild is on you as the player, because there are way too many people out there who guild hop because they don't ever they have a hard time meshing with other people, and then they try to blame the game and they try to claim that the game's the problem, and that's why they're not finding good people. The game sucks, everybody's toxic, blah 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 blah. That is not true. Anybody who sits there and tells you that World of Warcraft is just toxic, they don't know what they're talking about. I would look to our guild as the perfect example of what a good community can be. We have a very relaxed atmosphere. We do raid on Saturdays, and we have done normal content, but even that was getting a little too sweaty for some of us. And there are a handful of people in the guild who love to do mythical content, but most of us are just here to have fun, like what we were doing tonight, leveling up alts. I play with my brother and my nephew on Thursday nights. I often stream those sessions. My nephew's like 8 years old. My brother and I have been playing games together since 2010, I think. I got him into Lord of the Rings Online and then Star Wars: The Old Republic, and then he started gaming with me in World of Warcraft and EverQuest 2 and stuff over the years. And then on Saturdays we do raid stuff, and we've got the guild in Season 4 Awakened content now. We're going to be doing their Panda Remix stuff right before the War Within, and then we're moving into the War Within. And I stream pretty much everything I do with World of Warcraft. I post all of our raid videos. I stream a lot of our raid videos. I think Rustbeard, who's a part of our guild, he also streams like the Saturday night raid sessions. I would point to those videos and tell you to look at those videos, watch those videos to see what a good guild can be like. then try to find a guild that fits your needs. Because there are a lot of different guilds out there on lots of different servers that fill lots of different needs for lots of different people. There are roleplay guilds who only have elves and they want you to roleplay as an elf. There's ones who do it only as dwarves. There's, you know, all these different types. There's people who do East Coast, West Coast. There's European guilds, although that's more towards the European client since they do separate the clients out for World of Warcraft. But really the only reason to join a guild would be to either because you're looking for a social aspect or you want to accomplish the greatest challenges that World of Warcraft has to offer, which is mythical raiding and mythical dungeons, mythic raiding, mythic dungeons. But because those are things you cannot do with pickup groups. You can't do those with just random people. It needs to be a team of static players, people who are at the high end of doing what they do. It's sweaty. People take it seriously. People might get grumpy if you fuck it up because you're new and you're not doing things correctly. It's like if you've ever watched the documentary on Michael Jordan and the way he treated his teammates, like everyone recognizes that it was his genius that drove that team to the success that they had while under him, but everyone also recognizes that he was also an extremely competitive, sweaty, dude, I just threw the ball to you. Why the fuck did you drop it? What's wrong with you? Are you stupid? What's wrong? Why are you even on this team? Like, if you can't handle me throwing a ball at you, if you can't grab the ball, get the fuck out. Like, that's the level of competitiveness that can come with that level of gameplay because people take it seriously and it takes a lot of time and effort to do the mythical dungeons and the mythical raids. So there's lots of ranges in there, the way that you can play World of Warcraft, and it's only going to get better in terms of the War Within this fall about how players are going to have lots of different options to play World of Warcraft however they want, with or without guilds. So that would be the key there. So that's a great question, and hopefully that's the answer hopefully that's an answer that can provide you with some help as you go off and do more R&D. And I will also say for anybody watching, that's the perfect place for me to plug our guild. We're on the Moonguard server. We are a Central Time guild. Raid on Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Central. And then we do dungeon groups throughout the week. I do one on Wednesday nights. I'm doing one on Monday nights now. Those are at 6 p.m. Central. And then when we get to the Panda Remix, we're going to be moving away from Enshrouded back into the Panda Remix, and we're going to be doing a Saturday and Sunday morning group as well. It's going to be rocking out with the Panda Remix. So I'll plug that for anybody watching as well. That was a really good question. Thanks for asking that, by the way. Anybody who has questions like that, feel free to you can always drop them in chat. I am multi-streaming, so I see the chat on both YouTube and Twitch. And then if you, I try to answer all the comments that come out on the YouTube videos too, so I've gotten some bangers from folks over the past few months. It's been great. But I will say, from my perspective, if I was let me talk about I said earlier I was gonna give another example of this. So hang on a second, I gotta timestamp something here. So the next part of what I was talking about during that video is if I weren't doing this as a business, that's how I would play it. And that's how I play Star Wars: The Old Republic and Lord of the Rings Online, Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76. I play a lot of online games. I don't group with people in most of them. I have done a lot of grouping in like Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars: The Republic over the years. My brother and I have done a bunch of stuff there. We have the guild ships on the Republic and the Sith side. We have kin halls in Lord of the Rings Online. We have guild halls in EverQuest 2. We've done stuff with the community over the past 10 years. But the last couple of years in particular, I made a post in early 2023 and I told everybody I was done with old school MMORPGs. I was done with the MMO aspect in general. And the only reason I even decided to consider World of Warcraft, because I was very much not my channel has grown in different directions since I stopped doing old school MMORPGs like several years ago. Because this, if you go back to the early days of this channel, like before I was monetized, and then that first year of monetization, it was a lot of EverQuest 1, World of Warcraft Classic, EverQuest 2. It was almost all old school stuff, but I made a cognizant switch to do new stuff, and the channel growth has gone exponentially. It's been great for the channel. And I'm tired of old school MMOs over the years. But when I was listening to BlizzCon, and I realized, okay, there's a few things that have happened here. Microsoft now owns Blizzard. Bobby Kotick is on the way out. By the way, to give credit where credit is due, despite all the things that he is known for having done to the games over the years, he did just recently announce that he's not taking anything other than the base salary. So instead of getting this golden parachute of like however many millions of dollars it was, he's only taking the $65,000 that he's required to take by law for the CEO position or whatever it is in California. And all of those bonuses are tied to whether or not they meet the demands related to diversity and all the things that the company was plagued with. So I want to make sure I give credit where credit is due, because one of the reasons that I got interested in World of Warcraft was Bobby Kotick is out the door, Chris Metzen is back. I like Metzen's storytelling. Outside of World of Warcraft, I loved what he did with the Ouroboros, the tabletop Kickstarter that he did, and that tabletop RPG that they built. That was incredibly cool, and I loved seeing that happen, and the storytelling behind that was great. So when I found out he was coming back, I was like, okay, that's interesting. Then they announced Warbands, and I went, oh, so, and then Delves, and I went, so I can run things with my brother and my nephew without needing to worry about other people. That's really cool. And so I looked at that and I said, I think the World Soul Saga is going to be a new chapter for World of Warcraft because it's under new management. Bobby Kotick's out the door. Chris Metzen is back. Obviously, a lot of the old guard are gone, Mike Morhaime and everybody else. But looking at where the game is going for the next 3 years, I said I can easily make a 3-year commitment to having World of Warcraft be my, one of the main things I cover on the channel. It's never going to be the only thing. This is a variety channel and always has been. But I can, I estimate that about 30% of what I produce right now is World of Warcraft content. And from a business perspective, it's way better to do things in a community than it is in a closed space. So if you're someone who's considering content creation, and you're looking at ways to, get the most out of what you're doing for content creation, for growth on your channel and everything else, it is a far better idea to be a part of a guild than it is to play a lone wolf, because of the fact that you're going to find friends and people who will, celebrate the fact that you're live and they want to be there, and it inspires other people to. We have a running joke in our guild right now that all I have to do, if we ever start seeing like if the numbers are, lagging in certain areas, like, oh, maybe we need a couple more druids, right, for the raids or something. All I have to do is like create a druid and start playing the druid on a couple of streams, and suddenly we've got a bunch of people who start druids, and then you do this over here, and suddenly we get a bunch of people who do that. And it's because there's a domino effect that can happen when you're playing with other people, and it's that social aspect of it inspires other people, and that's part of what you're supposed to be doing when you're doing content creation, is inspiring other people to do things. So if you're going to be doing content creation from a business perspective, it makes more sense to be a part of a community, because then there's lots of sharing going on. And like, we have a stream channel set up in our Discord where like Rustbeard and anybody else who wants to create content around the things that we're doing as a gaming community, whether it's Enshrouded, EverQuest 2, World of Warcraft, that goes into that channel, and people get to share from that, and everyone's sharing in that shared growth and shared views. So from a business perspective, it makes more sense to play with other people than it does to just play in a social bubble. That's just something to think about. All right, folks. Capital says perfect answer. So is your guild only on Moonguard? Yeah, only on Moonguard. It's Alliance Guild. So it's primarily Alliance. We do, like, I'm doing the Horde tonight because I want to get an alt up to 70 on the Horde side, but it's a primary Alliance guild. Agnes says, can't wait to see you play through the Mist of Pandaria remix. It's going to be fun. I had started a Panda character a couple months back, but then Dragon's Dogma 2 came out, and I got sidetracked with a couple of other new launches. And then it was time for Season 4, so it was like, all right, I'll just leave him there. And then they announced Panda Remix, and I went, well, I'm glad I didn't actually finish that character, because now I can see the rest of Panda, which I didn't see before. Because I still haven't played through any Panda content. I've never seen Legion content. I've never seen the Warlords of Draenor content, and I haven't finished Panda. I did do Cataclysm earlier this year, though, in total. I went and did a time walking campaign. That was cool. Anyway, folks, I got a frog in my throat, and it is a little after 7 my time, so I'm going to wrap this up. I plan on doing this on Monday nights for the foreseeable future because EverQuest 2, the TLE that's coming in the pipeline that Kel is managing in June, I'm going to be a part of a static group that plays on Monday nights. I'm not really planning on putting any time beyond Monday nights in there, although Kel plans on doing other stuff. Like, he's hoping that there's enough interest to go do raids and things of that nature. I'm able to at least commit the Monday night thing. Mostly, I'm just there to support Kel in that venture and to see Lysander / Akazar play EverQuest 2 for the first time because he's never played it. So I'd like to be there for that journey and share it with him because he's been it's been great to play World of Warcraft and games with him and other people in the guild, obviously. But it's always cool when you get someone you're friends with and in an online connection with that you're like, hey man, you know how much we love this game and this game and this game and this game. I can't wait to see what your experience is with this game because I do love EverQuest 2. So it's always great when you find a person in your community who hasn't done World of Warcraft or EverQuest 2 or Lord of the Rings Online or Star Wars: Age of Republic, and you can take them back and show them the things that you really love about those games. Even though I don't love EverQuest 2 anymore, if it wasn't for there being 25, 30 people, however it is, within the guild who want to go do that this summer, I wouldn't personally be doing it. I have written off EverQuest as a franchise completely from my channel. But when it's done with other friends, this goes back to that question I was answering earlier about why would you join a guild? It's for that social aspect. If it wasn't for the social aspect, I wouldn't be touching EverQuest 2 TLE this summer. But I am, and I'm going to go have fun on Monday nights at least. So I'm getting myself in the habit of Monday nights, starting with this Tauren tonight. So expect to see me live on Monday evenings. Otherwise, normal schedule throughout the week, everybody. Early mornings, Twitch only. I'm doing Kingdom Come Deliverance right now. And then multi-streams in the afternoons, usually early afternoons. We're doing mostly Fallout 4, Fallout 76, trying out some Manor Lords, of course some World of Warcraft from time to time, and other stuff. So thanks for being here, everybody. If you liked what you saw tonight, you want to support, bits, cheers, and subs over on Twitch. Thanks to Superfly for the follow recently, and thanks to 1S2DL3 for the subscription on Prime earlier. So bits, cheers, and subs over on Twitch, super chats and memberships on YouTube. Thanks to those of you who do support, can support, keeps me on the air full time so I can do this for a living. I'm in my 3rd year of full-time content creation and streaming, so thanks to everybody. I put a YouTube short up earlier this afternoon of Pippin, 2.5 weeks out from her surgery. She had the zoomies and was chasing her tail. So for those of you who want to keep up to date with what's going on with her and the cat stuff, check out that YouTube short. See you all next time. Discord, Patreon, get a copy of my latest book. Links are down below.